Hi. This morning's project will be a ReLight project using Oloneo's photo engine, and it's a product shoot, and the product is a Promote controller, and the photos are going to be for a friend who's going to use them in a book he's putting out. And I started to shoot the unit this morning, and I thought this would be a fun product to demonstrate ReLight and also try to properly light this thing. So let's get right to it. I've already taken a number of photographs, played with this quite a bit this morning already, and I've loaded them onto the computer, and we're looking at the browser aspect or mode of photo engine, and we're gonna scroll down to the last four that we shot. Now before we load these up, I wanted to point out something here. We've got different lighting conditions. This is just the window light off to the east. This is the window light plus a flood, snooted flood with a piece of mylar draped over it to sort of soften it a little bit. And this light is another soft light, little homemade softbox. You can see it up here in the corner, up here. And the fourth one is the backlight. I've got a sheet of 1/8" white acrylic with another light behind it. So there's four different lights, and each one of these has been metered. If you follow these camera settings up here in the corner here, watch how they change. So we have the first one, which was for 4 seconds. Next one was for a little more than 3, and then 2, and lastly a 1/4 second. So these are all at different exposure values. They're all at the same f-stop though, f13, and of course the same ISO. So one of the things that the ReLight, this was sort of an experiment at the same time, says to add 2 to 6 images, and at some point here it will tell you it wants the same exposure settings, but we purposely don't have those, and more to the point, they are exposed properly, metered for each particular light level. So let's just go ahead and add those, and I'll show you how I've gotten around that complaint. So I've got the show exposure compensation only checked. If we had it this way, we'd see these different exposure compensations, and then down here it admonishes us that it should have the same shutter speed and F numbers. Well, we don't have the same shutter speed, but we can convince ReLight that it's okay, that nothing's going to blow up or burn, by just setting values of 0 in the exposure comp, and click on add again, and so now we have that message eliminated, and we can go ahead and create our ReLight project. So here the 4 lights are, and they're nonsensically named light 1, 2, 3, and 4. Light 1, we're going to turn them all off. We'll just start with a dark image. And light 1, oh, and the other thing, before we mess with things too much, that's worth noting, each one of these lights, now the white balance in the camera was set for tungsten. The Canon preset temperature for tungsten. And yet the intelligence in Photo Engine has already identified some temperatures, which is great because it comes out of the box ready to play in the right neighborhoods. So, but light 1 is the light to the east, and we can turn that up to whatever, something that looks reasonable for starters. And whatever, we'll just leave it go at that. And light 2 is the snooted flood with the mylar draped over it. So we can bring that up a little bit, bring out some highlights on the cable and the other parts of the camera and tripod a little bit, and then put some highlights on top of the camera and the promote unit, and I don't know, something like that maybe, and then we can bring up the background, and that's really enough for this illustration. I'll probably fiddle around with it further, but that's ReLight. And one of the things that would be nice, if Antoine is listening, it'd be nice to be able to name these East Light, Snooted Flood, Softbox from above or whatever, and backlight instead of light 1, 2, 3, and 4. It would help keep track of these things spatially if we could name them so they made sense to us, and it's their relationship to the camera or the subject, whatever the subject is. Also, because this product shot is front and back, it would be nice in this particular example if these settings that we just dialed in rather effortlessly, if they could be memorized and a preset created, much like is available to the user in the tone mapping mode of Photo Engine. So that's about it. The only thing that we've got left to do is to save our project, and we'll make a JPEG, Control J, and 300's fine. And we'll go ahead and send this. We'll make a TIFF and send it to Photoshop with another shortcut, Control E, and we'll make a TIFF, and that's it. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was informative, and talk to you soon. Thanks.